You've worked hard your whole life. Decades of early mornings, late nights, and never-ending bills. You built a career, raised a family, and tried to do everything right. Yet somehow, it still feels like the system is rigged. You look at your paycheck, your rent, your grocery bill, and wonder, how did everything get so expensive? Retirement was supposed to feel like freedom, not fear. But what if I told you there are places in America that will actually pay you to start over? Not a side hustle. Not a gimmick. Real towns, right here in the United States, offering up to $50,000 in cash, land, or tax breaks just for moving there. You could be living debt-free, mortgage-free, and surrounded by people who still know their neighbors by name. Sounds unbelievable, right? Keep watching, because the truth is both shocking and life-changing. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe to Retire Global. It helps us reach more people who deserve a life that finally feels like a reward, not a punishment. Now, let's start with a place that's rewriting what retirement in America can look like. 1. Pawnee City, Nebraska. The $50,000 fresh start. While millions of retirees are writing $3,000 rent checks for a one-bedroom box in New York, a quiet town in Nebraska is flipping the script. Pawnee City will give you up to $50,000 in cash if you build a home there. Not a loan, a gift, part of their Vision 2030 program designed to rebuild community from the ground up. Here's the wild part. Homes here cost around $120,000 a total. That means nearly half of your build could be covered by the incentive. Imagine putting that money toward a new car, furniture, or even your grandkids' college fund. But the real magic isn't the cash, it's the peace of mind. You can live comfortably on about $300 a month here. Groceries, utilities, healthcare, all manageable without the constant dread of another price hike. A doctor visit costs 30% less than the national average. Dinner out for two, $12. And while you might trade skyscrapers for sunsets, you'll gain something city life took away: dignity. In Pawnee, people wave to you on the street. The local farmers market knows your name. You're not too old to matter. You're part of the community's foundation. It's no wonder applications for the program doubled in just 6 months. But Pawnee isn't alone. Another city is making headlines for a different reason. Not just what they'll pay you, but how they welcome you. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Where $10,000 buys you belonging. If you've ever dreamed of leaving behind the chaos but feared losing connection, Tulsa has a plan and a check for you. The Tulsa Remote program offers $10,000 to anyone who moves there with a stable income, whether from a pension, social security, or investments. You'll get $20,500 upfront to help you move, $500 a month for your first year, and a $1,500 bonus when you stay. But the real reward is in what Tulsa gives you beyond money: belonging. Oklahoma doesn't tax Social Security income. The cost of living is about 35% below the national average. You can keep more of your income and your independence. Groceries, ease, healthcare, home maintenance, all within reach. And here's something rare. Tulsa doesn't feel like a sleepy small town. You've got Whole Foods, Target, and even a thriving arts district. Retirees aren't hidden away here. They're visible, active, and valued. Still, what truly makes Tulsa special is its community design. You'll have free access to 36 Cities North, a co-working and social hub built for newcomers to connect. Picture meeting other retirees, creators, and mentors, all discovering the same thing you are, that life after 60 can feel brand new. But if you think $10,000 is generous, wait until you see what's happening in Iowa. 3. Newton, Iowa, a town that pays you to breathe. A gate in Newton, the air feels different, not because of the weather, but because the pressure's gone. Here, the city literally hands you $10,000 in cash through the Newton Housing Initiative. Buy a home worth at least $190,000 and the money is yours. Let's do the math. The average home costs around $170,000. That $10,000 is not just pocket change, it's 6 months of living expenses handed to you on day one. And with monthly costs between $1,300 and $1,500, retirees here finally get what they've worked for: stability. Healthcare is 25% cheaper. The local clinics are efficient, friendly, and personal. But what makes Newton special isn't its balance sheet, it's its kindness. People here actually slow down to ask how you're doing. There's no rush to prove yourself. No traffic jams or endless noise. It's not about escape. It's about finally being able to exhale. Still, what if you crave more adventure? The kind that comes with mountain air and wide open trails. That's where our next destination steps in. 4. West Virginia, the cash for adventure state. When people picture West Virginia, they think coal mines and country roads. But the new Ascend WV program is changing that story. The state will pay you $12,000 to move to one of its scenic communities, plus a year of free outdoor gear, gym memberships, and co-working access. The catch? There isn't one. You just have to live there. In cities like Morgantown and Greenbrier Valley, retirees can live comfortably for $1,400 a month. That includes rent, groceries, and healthcare. And for those who love nature, it's paradise. The Appalachian Trail runs right through your backyard. But here's the real aha moment. West Virginia isn't trying to sell you a fantasy. It's offering you freedom. Freedom from noise, from anxiety, from the constant question of whether you can afford to grow old with dignity. Here, you're not surviving, you're finally living. And yet, another state is quietly giving you something just as powerful: independence, backed by cold, hard cash. Topeka, Kansas. Cash for commitment. Topeka's slogan should be simple: choose us, and we'll choose you back. Through the Choose Topeka initiative, retirees can receive up to $15,000 in cash for moving there. Rent a home and you'll get $10,000. Buy one and you could receive $15,000. The city just asks you to stay a year. That's it. With homes priced between $150,000 and $200,000, and a cost of living 35% below the national average, Topeka turns financial stress into financial breathing room. Retirees here typically live on $1,400 to $1,600 a month, while still saving hundreds every month. And this isn't isolation in the middle of nowhere. Topeka has hospitals, markets, bus systems, parks, and even a local airport. You get the comfort of a smaller town with the convenience of a capital city. For people tired of being priced out of dignity, Topeka is proof that the American dream isn't dead. It's just moved inland. But what if you wanted to retire somewhere with music, sunshine, and river views, and still get paid for it? 6. The Shoals, Alabama. The sound of freedom. 4 small cities: Florence, Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, and Sheffield make up what locals call the Shoals. Together, they're offering retirees up to $10,000 to move there. You'll get $20,500 when you arrive, another $20,500 after 6 months, and the final $5,000 if you stay a year. That's a steady stream of cash while your cost of living stays nearly 40% below the national average. Picture this: a riverside home for $160,000, live music at local cafes, and grocery runs that don't break the bank. The Shoals is also rich with culture. This is the birthplace of American soul music, where legends recorded in small studios that changed the world. You can spend your mornings on the porch, your afternoons at the farmer's market, and your evenings at a festival under the stars. And yet, the incentive is just the beginning. What really draws people here is the feeling that life can still be full, warm, and musical even after you've put the briefcase down. But if you're wondering whether there's a place where your mayor literally greets you with coffee and a handshake, there is. 7. Noblesville, Indiana. The welcome home bonus. Just outside Indianapolis, Noblesville is redefining what a small town can be. Through the Make My Move network, newcomers get $5,000 in cash, plus a 1-year golf membership and, yes, coffee with the mayor. It's not a stunt. It's a statement. We want you here. Living here costs about $1,500 a month. You get quiet neighborhoods, clean parks, and a downtown that feels like it's out of a postcard. And for retirees, it's paradise. Hospitals are top-rated, groceries are affordable, and people take pride in taking care of each other. You don't need luxury to live richly, just the right environment. Noblesville is that environment. And while we're talking about generosity, let's visit a city where your property taxes, the one bill you can never escape, actually get refunded. 8. Quincy, Illinois, the city that pays your taxes. In Quincy, the Workforce Relocation Assistance Program pays you up to $5,000 in property tax refunds. That's not a marketing gimmick, it's cash back in your wallet every year. Homes here cost between $110,000 and $160,000, and the total monthly cost of living hovers around $1,300. That means a Social Security check doesn't just cover your bills, it covers your peace of mind. Healthcare is anchored by Blessing Hospital, a top-rated regional centre with shorter wait times than big cities. Groceries from Aldi and local farmers markets keep costs low. Quincy isn't glamorous, but it's steady, predictable, and built for people who've had enough surprises in life. And sometimes, that's exactly what retirement should be. Still, if you thought $5,000 back was generous, the next town doesn't just refund your taxes, it gives you the land itself. 9. Belleville, Kansas. Free land, real freedom. Belleville is what happens when a small town thinks big. Their free land program offers you a residential lot at no cost. Yes, free land, plus up to $35,000 in financial assistance if you build a home. Average houses here cost between $90,000 and $120,000. Monthly living costs? Around $1,200. That means you can own your home outright for less than the down payment of a coastal apartment. And life here moves at the speed of contentment. You'll find peace, space, and neighbours who actually check in when they don't see you for a day. No noise, no nonsense, just stability and belonging. But what if you want that same sense of peace in a place wrapped in green hills and rivers? 10. Perry County, Indiana. Small town, big here. Perry County offers $7,000 in relocation cash to retirees and remote earners who move there. It's one of the Midwest's best-kept secrets, affordable, safe, and incredibly scenic. Homes range between $90,000 and $130,000, and you can live well on just $200 a month. The Ohio River flows right through the county, offering trails, fishing, and picture-perfect sunsets. It's quiet, yes, but not empty. You'll find small shops, local festivals, and a deep sense of pride. It's not about starting over, it's about starting right. Still, maybe you want a mix of water views and revitalized energy, somewhere rebuilding itself into something new. 11. Benton Harbor, Michigan. The comeback city, Benton Harbor is living proof that renewal is possible. Once struggling, this lakeside city is now offering $10,000 to $25,000 to people who purchase or renovate homes. That's real, tangible support, not loans or tax tricks. Local foundations and community groups are funding the revival. Homes average around $120,000, and monthly living costs sit between $1,300 and $1,500. You get Lake Michigan views, art galleries, parks, and a growing sense of optimism. It's not perfect. Benton Harbor is still rebuilding. But that's what makes it special. You're not just moving somewhere affordable, you're helping write a comeback story. And speaking of comebacks, our final city offers something few people ever imagined possible: affordable living in New York. 12. Rochester, New York, the reinvented city. Most people hear New York and think unaffordable. But in Rochester, the Greater Tulsa Remote program is flipping that narrative. New residents can get $10,000 in relocation assistance, plus up to $20,000 in housing stipends. Homes average about $190,000, half the cost of downstate. Living costs are nearly 45% lower than New York City's. That means your $1,800 Social Security check doesn't vanish in a week. And Rochester isn't just affordable, it's alive. Museums, lakefront parks, theatres, and coffee shops fill the city with character. You get culture without chaos. Energy without expense. For retirees who want a vibrant city feel without the financial strain, Rochester offers the best of both worlds. The bigger picture, so what's really happening here? Why are 12 cities across America paying people to move in? Because they understand something powerful, that community is built, not bought. They're not begging for bodies. They're investing in people. People like you, who've spent decades contributing to a system that too often forgets its most loyal workers. These programs prove something remarkable. Financial freedom isn't gone, it's just moved to quieter places. Imagine this. You sell your city home, pocket the equity, move to a town that gives you a bonus check, and suddenly you're debt-free, stress-free, and living on half your old budget. Your money stretches further. Your time feels slower. Your days feel lighter. You're no longer just existing, you're actually living. Final message, these aren't fairy tales. They're real options waiting for people brave enough to trade noise for peace. Pawnee City, Tulsa, Newton, West Virginia, Topeka, the Shoals, Noblesville, Quincy, Belleville, Perry County, Benton Harbor, and Rochester. 12 lifelines proving that retirement in America doesn't have to be a slow fade into struggle. It can be a rebirth. So the question isn't whether you can afford to move. It's whether you can afford not to. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe to Retire Global, and share this video. Because somewhere out there, your dream home and maybe a $50,000 check are waiting to welcome you.